Hi friends, how are you guys? How is e-learning going? I know it can kind of be a lot to learn all that new stuff over the internet and all these new things, but I know you guys are staying positive and doing your very best. So if you need a little bit of a brain break, this project is perfect. We are gonna do some mandalas, and mandala actually means circular. And they kind of turn into these cool little doodles, which is why I think it's a perfect little brain break, because you never know where it's gonna go, and you just have to use your creativity to kind of see where this can lead to this. So I am going to show you all the stuff that you need today. And this is a great project for younger and older siblings, because younger artists can stop right here if they want, and the older artists can take it a step further. All right, you ready to get started? I'm going to move you down here so you can see the workspace a little bit better. Okay, so the first thing I did was I took a piece of paper, and it can be a big piece, a small piece, and you can see I already cut my circle out, but I found a tracer that was a circle. I put it on here, traced around it with a pencil, and then I cut it out, because we want our mandala to be a circular piece, because mandala actually means circle. And in some traditions, they believe that mandala can kind of bring them to a focus or a spiritual kind of meditation. So this is why I call it a good brain break too, because you just kind of get lost in it, and that's what a true mandala is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you keep centered and use these fun shapes and colors and things to kind of refocus you, okay? So after you have your circle, I just want you to fold it in half. So it kind of looks like a taco now. Perfect. Unfold it. Now we're gonna fold it the other direction. So when we're done, we should have 4 kind of little sections. So it might be hard to see, but I should have 4 kind of sections. Do you see that? Okay, perfect. All right, and this is the best part, because you just put paint down and you fold and smash, and it becomes symmetrical. And symmetrical is that big long word that just means the same on both sides. So it's super easy. Grab some paints. I just put a few paints out on a paper plate that I had. I've got some water so I can rinse my brush, and I have a paper towel handy to rinse my brush in between colors. So don't overthink this, just have fun with it. Maybe I start with some orange, and I'm going to just do some basic lines. Now you have to work a little bit quick, because you don't want your paint to dry on you. So I just did a couple lines, I fold it, I smash it, I rub it, I open it up, and I've got a symmetrical design. Maybe since I already have some orange on my brush, I'm just gonna do a couple more orange design. And I fold, and I smash. Okay, I'm ready for a new color, I think. So I rinse it off really good. Maybe I'm gonna go for blue now. Now blue and orange are complementary colors. So I know they're always gonna look pretty cool next to each other. So I'm gonna do a couple. Remember, not too many, because you don't want the paint to dry on you. Fold it and smash it. Ooh, aren't those kind of fun lines? Maybe I'm gonna do one more thing with blue, since I already have it on my brush. Just a couple little dots. Fold and smash. Ooh, and I got a couple more fun dots. Okay, I'm ready to move on to another color. Now you can keep doing this over and over and over again until you get lots and lots and lots of color. And I think it's important to do as much as you want to fill it up so it gets nice and bright. And you can do whatever colors you want. Isn't this fun? You just like never know what you're gonna get after you fold it and smash it, which I think is the best part. I think I'm gonna add some green. I might just paint a line right down the middle. See what happens there. Kind of like smushed it there in the middle, kind of like that. Maybe I add some straight lines, zigzag lines, I fold again. Fold and smash. All right, you're getting the idea, right? Okay, so you can keep going with this, as many as you want. I'm gonna set this out. Now, they should dry pretty quick, because you shouldn't have super thick paint. If it does have a super thick spot, you might wipe it up a little bit to dry quicker, or just give it a few minutes to dry out. But for video's sake, here's one that's already dry that I've already done. Now you're gonna need a black Sharpie. You could stop at this point too. This is what I was saying for the younger artists. If they just want to keep doing this step over and over again, they could. You could cut this out into different shapes. Whatever you would want to do with this is totally up to you. But to take it to this next step, which I think is fun, the doodling step, is I kind of want to make this more into like maybe a floral or kind of patterns. Thinking like this one, I kind of did more flowers and leaves, which I think is super fun. So I'm going to take my Sharpie and I am literally just going to start looking at it and seeing what I can do to come up with. So I'm going to outline different shapes. Now I chose this yellow one to start. Maybe I'm going to go to the other side and outline that yellow one too. Then maybe I decide that I'm going to put some designs, kind of like a wavy line in it. And I just keep going, doing that to each shape. Now this is something you could work on over and over and over again for a couple days. If you really want to get really super detailed, maybe you have some thick lines, some darker spots. See my pink one, I added a little bit thicker line. But it's totally up to you how much effort and kind of time you want to put into this doodle. And I just continue to do that over and over and over again until I kind of get it to a place that I think is good. And I just did it with a black Sharpie marker. You could use a regular marker too once your paint dries. But you just keep going with this. See how far you can get. Now, if you want to take it one step further, because I always like to add multiple things you can do with an artwork. I took some extra scraps of construction paper that I had, and because I was going with this kind of florally look, I was gonna make this be the center of my flower, and I was gonna make a giant flower. So I was gonna glue on a stem. And again, I just dug through some old pieces of construction paper, glued on a stem, and then I cut out some petals, different colors. And I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. Maybe I'll alternate, make a pattern with it. And this step is totally optional. This was just me kind of taking it one step further. But maybe you make a series of these circle mandalas and you glue them on a big piece of construction paper. Maybe you do different sizes, big ones, small ones. Totally up to you. So I'm just gonna keep gluing and gluing and gluing until I have my whole flower. All the way around. And you kind of get the idea, okay? So I'm gonna keep going, going, going all the way around. Maybe I take another piece and I cut some little flower petals for the stem of my flower too. So this is just one idea. They are super fun, guys. Way to give that mind a break, a good way to doodle, because I know my girls love just to doodle. And you can kind of see what shapes you can create with that black marker and that Sharpie. So have so much fun, guys. Can't wait to see them. Please send me pictures and have a great rest of your day.